Hello guys, and welcome to another ViBE production on YouTube. Yay! Yay! We're gonna need to edit in some kids cheering and people clapping and a laugh track as well. Get the editing really up to par here. But PvP, platinum level. Sir Gamermore is the person we're helping today. Sir Gamermore. Okay, well, I'm not even typing in the game. I'm typing in the chat. There we go. Sir Gamermore is our subject today. So we're going to look at him. We're going to help him figure out what he's doing wrong. Tell him what he's doing right. This dude is... Sir Gamermore is one of these mind benders. He's a mind bender is the best way to describe him. He is someone who refuses to accept my teachings, but still wants my teachings. He's the kind of guy that goes, ViBE, how do you get better at StarCraft? And I go, you just macro. At least until you're diamond. And he goes... How about you teach me how to micro? And I go, okay, sure. But you should macro. And he goes, yeah, I know, but teach me how to micro. And I go, okay. So he is a mind bender, okay? He bends your mind. He does the wrong shit, and he knows it, but he still wants to do it because he loves it. So I'll still help him. I'll help him do it. It's not like I can't teach you how to micro, but you're probably going to fuck yourself over if you keep doing this. So I'm going to take this as a micro lesson here.
How do I counter BBC spine crawler? Thanks in advance.
I don't know, dude. It's honestly, it's a conundrum. It's unbeatable. It's crazy.
My macro brings all the boys to the yard, and they're like, it's better than yours. ViBE can teach you, but he has to charge.
Thank you very much, Burry. That was beautiful. And Kaladin Stormrage, probably the best thing you could probably do to the BBC spine crawler is just learn how to take a hit. You're not gonna stop it. You just learn how to take a hit, and then if you can recover quick, then you can move on. Okay. Okay. So what's going on here? Let's quit the game. What am I looking at exactly? I don't know why. I was like, what matchup is this? It's PvP. It's not in my game. It's a replay. Sorry, I got literally distracted really hard right there. Okay. We're good. Okay, so your build so far looks fine. You're scouting off into our gateway. You see a really early scout that's getting to your base really fast, which means that could be a pylon scout, potentially. It's like a little awkward, though. It's not quite a pylon scout. But there we go. He comes into your main. I like that you take your second gas. I want you to chrono boost your second chrono right now because, oh god. Pylon 2? No, incorrect. So you should have chronoed a second time. You should have waited on this pylon until your gate's done, and then you build the core, and then you build the pylon. Way too early on that pylon. All that means now is if you did chrono, you couldn't afford a core. You're not building a core either. The core is a little late. A few seconds late. Your chrono should be definitely... You should be, like, literally... The pylon should be finishing when you're at 23 out of 20... Like, right as you hit 23 out of 23. You want to hit that shit. You want to hit it. His probe's running on your base a lot. This is whatever. Doesn't matter. At this point, you already know what he's doing, too. You know he went for a similar build to you. To a degree. The fact that you're saving chronos makes me think the only way this build's going to be viable is if you were to do something like, for instance, make a robo and then just chrono your robo 2 to 3 times in a row. And just do like, you're double chronoing your gates. If this pairs with a Stargate, it's okay. If this pairs with anything else, I'm not a fan as much. It doesn't have to be Stargate, but it pairs best with Stargate because Stargate's the fastest form of aggression. And anybody, like, what do you, okay. No. No. No, it's a whole lot of no right now. You did the same exact thing we talked about in your coaching lesson. You just sacrificed your economy to overly invest. You double chronoed your gates. You double fucking chronoed this shit. And what was the reason for this? You double chrono. Your depths pop out much faster now. They pop out at 2:30. The second they pop out, you should be shading to my base right now already. Or not my, this isn't me, I'm just kidding. To the other Protoss. You should be shading over here right now already. Like, get a shade going. 2:30, your depth pops out. But what do? You sit there. This makes no sense for aggression. This makes absolutely no sense. This is so much wasted time for the adept. 4 adept push? I'm guessing that's bad. Okay, tell me why you do 4 adept push. So Gamer More, I'm going to keep going with this, and I'll come back to this in a second. But you tell me, why do you do a 4 adept push? And I will tell you why that is bad. And I will tell you why you should do a 2 adept push in a second here. We'll talk about it in a second. You're going for a council, okay? He's flat though. Should he be using adepts in the first place? No! Congratulations, Hitch Slap. You got the answer right. But he wants me to do micro analysis for him, so I will. Like, he's a good guy. I'm not going to bust his balls repeatedly. He's a good guy. I'm not going to tell him I won't coach him if he wants to learn how to micro. If you're really stubborn and you just want to learn how to micro, I can teach you these things. But yeah, no, he should totally just macro, because he's missing the beat every time I coach him on these things where it's like really fucking wrong. And that's not just because it's him. It's everybody will do this. That is lower level. Okay, you said I can split and shade into 2 bases. Or, well, okay, it's wrong. Okay, now let's see what you do. And by the way, I'm going to split and shade in 2 bases. Look at the mineral line right now. There is no 2 bases saturation. And there's not even a chance. There's a chance he might not even have a nexus. Because you didn't even scout that. So you're assuming, you're hoping he goes for crazy probes and somehow has a natural really early, but you scouted no natural in the beginning anyways, so that logic makes no sense. Let's watch and see what you do, and then I'll explain why this is shitty right after. Or well, I'll just say I'll say it now. I'll say it now. I'll just say it now. It's fine. I already know why it's shitty. I don't want people to think that I'm gonna watch this fail and then be like, so I'm gonna look at why it failed and then talk about it. The reason why this sucks is 2 reasons. When you do aggressive things, number 1, when you do aggressive things, time is everything. Time is fucking everything. And the more time you waste, the worse your aggression is going to be. So waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting is not going to make any sense for your aggression. Number 2, 2 adepts are all you need to kill probes. So getting 2 adepts into his base is very critical. It's massive. It's huge. It could be very game ending potentially. If you get 2 adepts into his base and suddenly you kill like 8 probes, that shit can literally end the game. All you need is 2 adepts to do this. That's it. I would rather have watched you do 2 waves of 2 adepts than 4 adepts at once. Because you put more pressure on your opponent this way. You're most likely going to kill more probes this way. And you're going to just fuck over your opponent more overall that way. If you wait till you have 4 though, you allow your opponent to have more money to work with and also have more units to defend this with. You increase the chances you're not going to do any damage. That is why you should not go with 4. You should, if you're going to go with depths, you go with 2 and you fucking go. You don't sit there. So he has 2 adepts. And he is also sitting there. You are both playing very incorrect. This makes absolutely no sense for either one of you to go adepts and sit on it. At all. You both are doing the same fucking build. And it's not good. At all. Like, who did this build? Who did this? Did someone do this build? Someone had to have done this build. Like, you know what I think? You know what I think someone did? I think someone probably went for adepts in like a tournament game, and then they went really fast DTs, or some shit like that. That's what I think happened, and now people are copying it Because if you're both doing the same fucking thing, it makes no sense. But I guarantee the person who did do this build did not sit there until he had 4 adepts. And if he did, the only reason why he might have done that is because he saw his opponent open up adepts as well, and he decided to stay defensive to kill the other adepts, and he was gonna just like shade across. Or there was a reason. There would have to be a reason why somebody would ever leave their adepts defensive, because they think they're gonna get an advantage by doing that. As the only reason why that would ever make sense. But if you just do it blindly, that's fucking awful. Like, if you're gonna go blind adepts, you have to attack. ViBE, chill, bro. Yo, chill. Just fucking listen to me. I'm pissed. J-Rock. I'm not mad. Okay? I'm passionate. I'm fucking passionate. Don't you dare throttle my passion. When my flames are crackling, you don't turn the heat down and make my flame simmer. Okay? You embrace the flame, bro. I'm fucking flaming the shit out of blue. What the fuck are you doing, Sir Gamermore? Okay, so, Sir Gamermore, back to you again. Dude, you got very lucky this game. Because all this guy has to do to fuck you over... Also, his build, what the hell is that? He's got 2 doors in his base. This is awful. You at least did the build right in terms of how you placed your buildings. But if let's just say he built like you did, all he would have to do to counter 4 adepts is have like 2 stalkers in the natural... soon to be 4 stalkers. He could probably have 4. If he went straight up 4 stalkers opener, he could have 4 stalkers by the time you have 4 adepts. He just builds a battery right there. As you try to shade into it, you don't get into his base then. And then 4 stalkers can just push away your adepts and you do nothing. Like, that's what could happen to you. So that you want to definitely maximize windows of opportunity, and that means running to his base as fast as you can. Get there as fast as you can, because if you just wait, the only reason why you're actually doing damage here is because your opponent is missing the beat really hard as to how the fuck to play PvP. Like, his wall sucks dick. His game plan is not good because he's sitting there with defensive adepts. He built a pylon for literally no fucking reason in your base. Like, he saw you make adepts, but he had 0 reaction to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, clearly Red here doesn't... He understands PvP less than you do. So... yeah. Yo, Son of Kanye, thank you very much for the Twitch Prime. Welcome to the VFam. He said his wall sucks dick. Yeah. Oh, you know what? Yeah. This wall sucks 2 dicks at the same time. This wall is what you call a bukkake magnet. Okay? Look how much dicks this thing sucks. Welcome to ViBE Replay Analysis, where we get really critical on helping you get better at StarCraft. Fix your fucking wall, bro. 1 door away. Like that. That's a proper wall. Good job, Sugar. You at least have the wall down. Impressive. Thank you, Larissa. I'm sorry, I got a filthy sailor's mouth, guys. I apologize. Thank you, Burry. That's right. That's correct. Okay. ViBE's customer service is on point? I think it is. Yo, Sir Gamermore, well done on your wall. You've gotten that down. Good shit. Your timings of everything. Yeah, you see? I knew it. I guarantee he's also going Dark Shrine. Where's your Dark Shrine, Red? As soon as he reacts, I guarantee he's going to build one. Where's your Dark Shrine at? Build a Dark Shrine right now. Like, he just lost a lot of probes, but I bet he builds one. Build a Dark Shrine. Do it. He's going Glaives. Okay, so we got a stats player versus a Zest. When was that? Was there like some Korean weekly? Like some bullshit? This is totally fucking Zest. But you know what? Zest doesn't build like that. No, okay, I'm just fucking with you. But yeah, no, for real. Like, I had a feeling you're gonna go DTs, and I don't. Like, you're probably gonna win with DTs, but DTs are actually really risky in PvP because if you just go Robo, they get hard countered. But I mean, your build's fine so far. The fact that you are doing a DT build, and I think it's. Here's the thing, Burry, thank you very much for the 14-month resub. Love vibrators. Keep vibe rating to climax. Thank you very much, dude. Appreciate you, Burry. The fact that you're going for a Dark Shrine right now, Sir Gamer More, is okay. And the reason why it's okay is because conceptually it makes sense, because you just did a lot of damage to this guy's probe line with your Adepts. Is it late though? Yeah, probably. A bit late, yeah. But, I mean, you did damage to him, and your reaction after just destroying his probe line is making a Dark Shrine, which is okay. That's not bad. It's okay. It's not actually a terrible choice. Because you force more reactions out of your opponent, and if he doesn't react, you're going to do a ridiculous amount of damage to him and possibly just end the game. So, logically, it makes sense. If your Adepts got over here, though, for instance, if they went to his base and he countered it, if they did nothing, let's just say this Protoss player, when his pylon was sitting here, he actually paid attention to that, and he was like, oh, Adepts, let me go ahead and counter that. And he actually did something like, he filled in one of the holes in his wall, and he prepared to fill in the other one as your Adepts approached. And then he fought you with like a shield battery, and he lost nothing, and you lost all 4 of your Adepts. That would suck for you. And if you still went Dark Shrine then, I would be like, why are you going Dark Shrine now? This makes no sense. Dark Shrine is not a great choice to do when you're in PvP. You know how they say when you're behind, go Dark Shrine? I don't think that applies to PvP. The reason why is because an Observer is the fastest detection in the game you can get. And it is also incredibly effective at shutting down Dark Templars. Especially when it's paired with like a Stalker. Like if 10 Stalkers or like 6 Stalkers or whatever with an Observer are there, and you throw fucking 4 DTs at his base, you're going to be like, oh, they all died. 4 DTs didn't really do anything here. Stalker Observer is like the best counter to DTs out of everything that can happen early game in StarCraft 2. So I think the Dark Shrine would make no sense in PvP if you didn't do damage, but the fact that you did, it's okay. When you're ahead, you can go Dark Shrine. I think that's okay.
Just copy Showtime or leave. Stop upsetting ViBE.
Oh, Israel, thank you very much for the bits. Hell yeah. Now, what's next? What do you do next? You got 4 gates coming. You got your Prism coming. I mean, I know why you're going Dark Templars, though. It's because you do this every game. You're the guy. This is like, you know what you're, Sir Gamer More, honestly, you know what you're becoming? Unfortunately for you, you're becoming a one-trick pony. So if you want to learn how to micro, that's okay. But you're becoming a one-trick pony in the sense that no matter what happens, every single game you're going to do Warp Prism Pressure. This is like your whole gameplay every single time. You always Warp Prism Pressure. So if you want to get better at StarCraft, you're going to run into, seriously, you will run into a brick wall when you start playing against people who can deal with your Prism Pressure. Because if you do not know how to play anything else other than Prism Pressure is going to it will win sometimes, but it is not going to win every single game. There are going to be games you're going to play where it's not going to be the right time to go Prism, but you go Prism anyways. Like, for instance, what if your opponent opened up Stargate? What if he opened up, instead of you both going Adepts into Council, what if he actually went Adepts into Stargate? What if also he actually didn't build his base like shit, and he would have actually been able to wall you out? And then suddenly when your Prism flies across the map, he has like a Phoenix that can actually kill your Prism. Or like multiple Phoenix that kill your Prism really fast. Like, what would you do then? And let's say he also has an, like, he's going Phoenix with gateway units with Immortals and an Observer. And so he has detection against DTs. And he's got Phoenix that, like, just like 2 Phoenix or something that'll shoot down your Prism. But you went for a Prism with DTs and it got shut down. Like, what would you do then? Just make another Prism? You would GG out of the game? That's what I'm saying. Like, you have to be able to play multiple ways. You can't just only play with a fucking Prism every single game if you're actually trying to get better. You have to be able to rotate and transition. If you just want to play Prism every single time, then that's it's not actually going to benefit you a lot, basically. Like, you're going to limit yourself as a player to like get better, because that's very, very, it's straightforward, and it like has no thought process involved with it. You just do it every game. And that's like playing the odds of like, I might win, I might lose. Who knows? ViBE, I love your blue hoodie. Oh my god. Thank you very much, Cammy. Appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You always make it feel good. You make me feel good. Like a big old snack.
Yeah, just learn how to cannon rush or something low.
There you go. Yes, Rave's got it. No, don't cannon rush, Sir Gamer More. Do not cannon rush. Okay. Don't be that guy. Okay, so you go DTs. You're putting them in the prism. And you're going for a gas. You are like what? Okay, you blow my fucking mind again, Sir Gamer More. What is this doing right now? You always looking like a snack. Oh my god, thank you so much. Confidence levels are through the roof right now. Sir Gamer More, the fuck is this? You get here at 5:46. At 5:47, you make DTs. That's really good. That's good. But then you sit here. Like, what are you looking at?
From the shadows I come.
What are you doing right now? I'm watching what you're doing. Did you wait for that one last DT? Did you actually just want to make the one last DT? Is that why you waited so long? Not worth it. The reason why that's not worth it is because, again, no, Rob have Forge? No, no Robo, no Forge. Don't give a, dude, Sir Gamer More, don't give a shit about that. You don't, no. No. If he has a Robo or a Forge.
How many bits does it take to give the stream a big old kiss?
You want to give me a big old kiss? 10,000 bits. I'll kiss the camera. No, I don't. Okay, I don't know if I was genuinely being serious there. I'm not actually gonna kiss the camera. That shit's probably dusty as fuck. Don't really want to kiss the camera. But please don't. I don't really want to do that. I feel like it'd be really cringy and weird too. It sounds weird. I don't think that's what Barry necessarily meant either. But yeah. What I'm saying was DTs. Yeah, that's what I was like. Wait, what the fuck am I talking about? So, DTs. You made DTs. You could literally, if he has an observer, or if he has a cannon.
You were saying.
Thank you very much, Barry, for some more bits. I appreciate you, dude. If he has stuff that can deal with DTs, you know what you could do? You could just leave. You could reload your prism and fly away. So that's it. The only thing that could punish you, is a Stargate. And he didn't even open. You knew he didn't open Stargate. Well, not really. The part of it is you kind of know he's not going Stargate because he's not showing you Stargate units. There's no oracles in the game right now. He hasn't shown you a Phoenix yet. Most Prodosses don't open Phoenix anyways in PvP. They will usually go Oracle because one Phoenix isn't going to do shit. He saw the council. The fact that he saw the council, though, I don't care about this because this is incorrect. Wait, when did you see the council? When did you actually see this? Was that with your depths? Yeah. Oh, what the fuck? Okay, you saw the council with your depths. I didn't even know you. That's what happened. I honestly didn't realize that you saw the council with your depths. That's even more reason. Like, why are you scouting right now? There's no reason to scout. Who cares if he has? Like, you should be afraid of nothing. You're missing the Sir Gamer More. This is the exact same problem you had earlier. You're missing the concept of aggression, and this is the concept of all aggression. Okay, all aggression in StarCraft 2. I feel like I was screaming that word. All. I'm not high, I promise. I haven't smoked weed today. All aggression. Okay? All. All. All aggression should be done as efficiently as you can. As efficient as you fucking can. All of it. So when you make something and you sit there, like your adepts. All. When you make, they sumo, thank you for the bits. When you make adepts and you sit there, that is not efficient. When you make DTs and you sit there, that is not efficient. You are going down this path of wanting to be super aggressive, but you are not going down this path of being efficient with it. So indirectly what you're doing is you're fucking yourself over again and again and again. What this prism should do, the second it gets across the map and you make DTs out of it, the second this prism gets out there, and like you chrono boosted it as well. Like, why would you chrono boost the prism if you're just going to sit there with it, right? It makes no sense. The fact that you chrono boosted it is correct, but the fact that you sat here with it is 100% now incorrect, and it defeats the purpose of chrono boosting it. The same exact thing could be said exactly about your adepts. You chrono boosted those too, and you sat there with them. Made no sense. So you make DTs, and they finish at 550. Maybe 551. You could be loaded up in the prism with 3 DTs and fly into his base and kill probes all day. You should be killing probes again. Why? Like, here's the thing. Are you going to win the game with 4 DTs? Are you going to try and win the game with 4 DTs? Are you going to try to literally kill his entire army with these DTs? If the answer is yes for that, it should actually be definitely no. You should definitely not expect to win the game right now with these DTs. If it happens to happen because he has no detection, win the game by killing a lot of probes. And then if he goes all in when he has no detection, he loses anyways. You could make another round of DTs here, or you can just recall your prism after you kill all of his probes. And the game's over. But don't land on his units and try to kill his army. Like, don't be like, well, now you're dead, fucker. I'm going to kill your army. No, incorrect. Because he can easily run away from your DTs, have a shield battery heal his fucking units that aren't getting one shot, and then he makes an observer or something like that. And then suddenly your whole window of opportunity is gone. So you should be trying to kill probes, and 3 DTs is more than enough to kill probes with. Like, it would take this long to kill a mineral line of probes. 3 DTs could kill a full mineral line of probes in 5 times its attack speed. Because you could kill 15 probes. If each DT kills 5 probes, you multiply their attack speed by 5. Because you have 3 DTs doing it. So you could kill a full mineral line of probes in about 6 seconds. 6 seconds. And you could kill practically a full mineral line of probes. But you wait from 551 until, let's see when you actually move the prism now. We haven't even seen it happen yet. I just saw you make a 4th one, and I paused again. You don't actually move the prism until 523. So 541, or was it 551 or 541? Fuck, I can't remember now. I think it was 551. Basically like 30 seconds. 30 seconds has gone by until you've actually decided to go to his base now. 30 seconds. That is a fucking lot of time. And now what? Now let's watch what you do. Burry, thank you for the bits.
My baloney is a first name. It's ViBE ViBE. My baloney has a second name. It's PENI5.
Okay. Thank you, Burry. That's beautiful. See, this is shit I don't agree with again. Your concepts are so off.
He waited for that special size DT.
Yeah, hell yeah. So the DTs at the natural were literally a distraction. They killed like 3 probes or 4 probes, and then they killed like 3 or 4 probes, and then that was it. And the DTs in the main killed a lot more. You killed probably like 15 probes in the main. That was a good drop. But you did 2 things here that I think are incorrect. Number one, the number one thing you did that I think was incorrect. Why this doesn't match up. You warped in Zealots. Why the fuck would you warp in Zealots here right now? This is, again, chaotic randomness. You know why this doesn't make sense? Because you also have army over here. Why would you not just warp in Zealots here to set up for a timing attack when you're ready to do a timing attack instead of just feeding him units? Now here's number 2. If you did have the plan to warp in Zealots here with this attack, why would you not move out your stalkers when you send the prism into his base? And now here's number 3. If your plan was to kill him with this attack, it looks like this is what you're going to do. It looks like you want to kill him now because you're warping it into his base with shit that's going to die. Why would you not kill the pylon for the robo then instead of killing probes? If your plan is to kill him, try to kill him. If your plan is to harass him, don't throw more shit away that takes your harass and where like you get a lead, but then you like throw your lead away a bit. It's like, why throw your lead away? There's no reason to do that. There's literally no reason to throw these zealots away. This is just 400 minerals down the toilet. Like, what are these going to actually do? Like, you might actually win the game with this because this guy didn't make an observer forever, and you're actually just like killing him straight up. Now he has an observer. Now let's watch these zealots. Do you warp in again? I really hope you do not warp in more shit here. You do. You make even more zealots. You're dividing your army in half. You have 14 supply here right now. 14 supply. And you have 10, 12, 16 supply here. 16 supply and 14 supply. You're going to fight him with 14 supply and just leave 16 supply here. This is literally pointless. This makes no sense. This is giving your opponent a chance to get back in the game if you play like this. You're making another zealot. Another DT. He has an observer. Now let's see what these accomplish. You just sit there with them. Okay. Now, I'll say this. Concept-wise, this now makes more sense. Because you're actually trying to hide it. But realistically, this is never going to work. It should never work. You know what this is like? You know what this is like doing? I'll give you an analogy, okay? I'll give you an analogy. This is like if you were like in Hunger Games and you were hoping somebody would fall into a pit of spikes. It'd be like someone eating lunch right next to you. And you're not able to kill them yet. They're just eating lunch. And you're just fucking like digging a hole. And that person asks you while they're eating a sandwich or something, what are you doing? And you go, oh, I'm just digging a hole for my pit of spikes. Oh, okay. Don't mind me. And then later you expect him to fall in the pit of spikes. You're like, yeah, it's going to get him. He's going to definitely fall for it. Like, anyone who is fucking Diamond League or Masters League would not let this fucking happen. Why are ViBE analogies so bad? It's not bad. The fuck? Think about it.
ViBE holes are the best holes.
It's not bad. That's not bad at all. You're setting up a trap for your opponent that he should never fall for. Like, are you fucking serious? The only way this works is like, he just doesn't fucking, he's like AFK. Like, how the fuck is someone not going to check their base when a prism is in their base? You know what I mean? Like, how does that register like that?
My hole is vibrating so hard.
Jesus. Okay. Thank you for letting me know. And now you're moving out. So, yeah, if he doesn't react to this, this actually makes more sense. But you know what I would rather you have done? I would rather you have made army over here more with your, like, if your prism, if you wanted to launch an attack like this, you know what it would have made? Like, look, here we go. Thank God. I was about to be like, are you fucking serious? Is it really going to work? This makes me very angry. You know what would have made more sense? You know what would have made more sense? If you would have had the prism not here, but instead had it like right there. and you warped in units there, and you combined these units right here with the units from your main base that were walking out, and you did this as a reaction to your DTs doing more than they should have. You're like, wow, my DTs are getting a lot of shit done. Damn, this is really good. My DTs are fucking owning. You could make units here because your prism doesn't have to go all the way back across the map, or you could literally make units here. It does not matter because it's off of a pylon. And then you move your timing out, and as your timing moves out, you then again make units here because you just did it again right there, which is fine. And then as you do a timing, you then make units from the prism. As you get his attention down here, the prism flies in here, which is now undefended. And then you do and now there is a 0% chance he can defend this zealot run by because you have him busy here. And why is it a 0% chance? Let me tell you why. Okay, listen. You just did damage to him. He is behind. And he physically does not have enough money. It is impossible for him to have enough money to defend 2 locations at once. If he tries to make units to go defend this, you will 100% run him over here. If he tries to defend this, you will 100% run him over here. But if you put units in his base and just go, hopefully he doesn't see it. I'm sorry, Sir Gamer Moore. I know you don't sound like that, but I just had to do it because that's how your gameplay looked just now. If you put units in here, you just hope he doesn't see it. If he does, suddenly the 0% chance of him being able to survive now goes up a bit because now he can fight this before he fights this, which is totally incorrect. So let's watch. Now he goes, oh look, there's charge lots. And he shoots himself. He's obviously having problems. But he's able to fight this army for like 20 seconds before he fights this one. So it's horrible for you. The timing of everything you do needs to be a lot more crisp. They play PUBG right now? No PUBG for me right now, Rob. I do want to play. That sounds fun. Wait, you know what? Actually, should we? I've been streaming for fucking 7 hours. 7 hours, guys. And I'm feeling good right now. I was called a snack. It's been a while since I've been called a snack. Feels good. And now I feel like playing PUBG. Play 2s with Rob? I know, I think it'll be 3s. I'll probably be me, Rob, and JoJo. But yeah, anyways. The point is, we're not done with the YouTube video. This is still a YouTube video. It's still a YouTube video. We're still going to do it. We're finishing it. The point is, Sir Gamermore, you need to be, again, you need to, like, etch what I'm about to say in stone and put it on top of your monitor. This is a golden rule of StarCraft, of RTS. If you commit to aggression, you are on a clock. Every second you waste weakens your aggression. That's the saying right there. That's it. Fucking go with your aggression. It worked out because your opponent didn't really deal with it very well. But if you dealt with someone who, if you dealt with a player that was more assertive as well, every second you waste lowers the % chance of your aggression working. It's just how StarCraft works. You really want to maximize your time on aggression. The only time when time is on your side is when you're the one playing defensive. And the reason why you're playing defensive is because you've invested into economy more than your opponent. Then you don't give a fuck about, being assertive about attacking your opponent. It's really just about being assertive about macroing and not fucking up your supply block or your production. Jesus. Stuff like that. You just need to be assertive. That's all it is. You need to be way more assertive. And then when you do multi-prong, you need it to like time better, pair better with the window of time, because this multi-prong was awful. Like I said, it would have been best if you focused everything on this attack, and then when you went for a multi-prong, you just warp in some units into his main base. Because now, Sir Gamer Moore, I'm going to ask you a question. This is now a question for you, okay? And I want you don't have to answer this, but I want you to think about it. You have how many gateways? You have 8 gateways. You have 8 gateways, okay? Which means that is a full round of warp-ins. Now tell me, can a fully saturated mineral line kill 8 zealots? And if the answer is no to that, then my question to you would be, why are you hiding zealots in his base? For the chance for them to get caught and killed. Because if 8 zealots can kill a mineral line, they're going to kill a mineral line, which is what their purpose is. So if you make 7 zealots in a DT in his main base, and then you leave them there for like a full minute or like 45 seconds, those could have died. Like, you actually had them sitting in his base when your army started leaving your natural. So it makes no sense, because they're going to do the same thing either way. Like, they're going to kill the mineral line either way. Even 4 zealots could kill an entire mineral line. Like, 3 zealots could probably even kill a mineral line if they get decent positioning. 2 zealots, probably not. But 3 could kill a mineral line if they get like kind of in a limited surface area engagement where the probes aren't surrounding them. 4 100% could kill it. Even if 4 zealots were surrounded, 4 zealots could still kill a mineral line. 100%. I think you just don't really fully appreciate what units are capable of. And on top of that, you also don't prioritize your aggression. When you prioritize it in a macro sense, but you do not prioritize it in a micro sense. Here, I'm going to give you another analogy, okay? I'm going to give you another analogy. Imagine if your strategy was to go rob a bank. This is a perfect analogy, okay? And you have 2 guys that are robbing the bank together. One of them is macro, and one of them is micro. The macro guy is literally like grabbing bags and throwing bags. He's just like grabbing and throwing. And you know what the macro guy is doing? He's catching the first bag that gets thrown at him, and then the second bag, and then he like slowly turns his head and like his body to like throw it in the back of a truck. But then as he like slowly turns, he gets hit in the side of the head with the second bag. It falls on the ground and it goes everywhere. The third bag hits him in the back of the head and he almost like falls over. And then as he goes over to reach over and drop the bag in the fucking truck, the 4th bag like hits him in the fucking ass, and he like literally falls over on the ground. And then now the guy is literally throwing bags at him. The macro guy is throwing bags at him just like constantly as the micro guy's on the floor. The reason why I'm saying this and why this makes sense, your macro is actually pacing okay. Your micro is just fucking AFK. Like, you're making the shit really quick, but you're not doing anything with it. You're not doing anything with it. You're just AFK. You're literally AFK with it. You're just sitting there on it. It's not doing anything. Like, you have a job to do with your macro, and you have a job to do with your micro, and the micro job is not doing it. It's like not there. And you have to be able to do this if you're going to play aggressive builds. Like, simply put. Now, I'm not going to give you an analogy. I'm going to give you a fact of the game. Okay? Protoss, anyone who's Protoss, listen to me right now, and I will tell you right now that this is incorrect. An incorrect way to play the game. If you do not chrono probes, and you instead save chrono boost for gateways, and you chrono boost 2 gateways at the same time, to get 2 adepts out of 2 gateways really fast. And then as soon as those adepts spawn, you let them sit in your natural for the next 30 seconds. And then you move out. That in itself is completely contrasted ideas that are not going to match well together. You may as well have just made them without chrono boosting them and just chrono boosted probes instead. Because you're investing into aggression and you're doing nothing with your units once you have them. For way too long of time. And that's not an analogy, that was a fact of what happened in this game. You chrono boosted out adepts, and then you sat there until you made another round of adepts and then attacked with all of them. When Those 4 adepts could have been 2 adepts, and they could have done just as much damage if you just focus fired probes. And you would have probably done more damage to him, because the earlier you kill someone's economy, the more damaging it is to them, because they can't recover as fast. Like, for instance, if I'm a Zerg player and I have 30 drones and I lose 8 drones, that is more damaging to me than if I have 75 drones and I lose 15. It hurts more to lose like half as much drones at a lower drone count than to lose like twice as much at a higher drone count. Because you can recover faster the more economy you have. So the longer you wait, the faster your opponent can recover. Don't ever just invest in your aggression and then just wait on it. There's so many reasons why it's not good. But yeah, that's the biggest one. Good night. Yo, good night. Take it easy. Much love. Thanks for the sub again. Much appreciated. Hope you're doing well. All jokes aside, I'm pretty sure everyone gets it by now. Good. You should. Because the one I really want to get it is Sir Gamer More. Because Sir Gamer More, you've made the same mistake a few times. I love you, man. And here's the thing. This is why coaching someone who is in Platinum how to do Masters level builds is going to have problems all the time. Because you actually might agree with what I'm saying. And you might be like, yeah, ViBE, I understand the concept of be efficient with my attacks. I get it. I'm doing it. And you might literally have played this game and go, you know, I did it. ViBE, check this replay out. I did it. And then I watch you sit there for 30 seconds with the prism and you go, holy fuck, I sat there for 30 seconds? Really? And in your mind, you were just like, all I was doing is trying to scout him and I was trying to make probes and make a gas. I sat there for 30 seconds? And it's because you're not actually at that level yet to like handle everything constantly. But your aggression has to be assertive. It has to be efficient. It has to be quick. It cannot be delayed and just sit there forever. Okay. Anyways. Those are, like, you won this game, but I think you could have definitely cleaned it up a lot more. And those are the ways that I could see it happening in this specific game. I hope it makes sense for everyone. Thank you for watching, guys. This has been another replay analysis. Until next time, good luck. Take it easy. And see you next time. Peace, guys.